So now let's talk about where to buy an embroidery machine because you have several different options to consider. You could buy a new machine from a dealer. You could also buy a new machine online. You could buy a used machine from a dealer, or you could buy a used machine from a third-party seller, someone who's getting rid of their machines. If you're buying from a dealer, one of the advantages that you're going to get is you can go in, you can look at the machine, they will show you how to use it. They may give you free classes with that machine. There's probably a warranty. They might throw in some extras for you. So you might get a lot of hand-holding and pampering when you're buying from a dealership. And that's part of the price. They do charge more, but you get a lot of extra stuff when you're buying from that dealer showroom. Keep in mind, you might be able to negotiate that price a little bit with the dealership, and also keep in mind that they do finance. So if you want to make payments, you're going to need to go to a dealership for that. Most third-party sellers aren't going to do that for you. As far as buying online, you won't necessarily get a better price when you buy online. Normally you can on other products, but with these embroidery machines, the manufacturers have set prices or minimum prices, and so an online dealer is not allowed to charge less than a showroom dealer. So you may not be saving money. Now they might be able to throw in more extras for you, so you might be able to get a better deal. But that's questionable. It really depends on the customer service that you're getting. So if you like the customer service from an online dealer because you've been talking on the phone or maybe chatting with them and you like that better than the showroom that you went into, then by all means, buy from that online seller that gives you the better customer service, because customer service is actually one of the things you're buying when you're spending that kind of money on a machine. You could also buy from a big box store, the sewing stores, some of the big box stores like Walmart may have embroidery machines too. They tend to be the smaller entry-level machines, but that's another option. Some brands are sold on online places like Amazon, for example, but the prices there may not be cheaper than an online dealer or a local dealer. And right now, this is the year 2022, there has been a supply chain issue with embroidery machines, and the prices that we're seeing by third-party sellers on new places like Amazon are actually higher than what the dealer would sell you that machine for. A good example is the Brother PE800. It's a great little machine, 5x7 hoop, worth looking into if you can get your hands on it. However, they've been sold out for the last 2 years now. And when the dealers get them in, they sell them for $750, but if you go on Amazon, they're $1250. So you may not get a better deal shopping online, especially when there's supply and demand issues going on like right now. That's another reason why people are upgrading and getting more expensive machines, because the more expensive machines are available and the entry-level machines are sold out and really hard to get their hands on. Hopefully that is going to clear up pretty soon, and this will be forget that I even mentioned it, but right now in 2022, it's March of 2022, that is still an issue to consider. If you want to save money and buy a used machine, there are good deals to be found. You can buy from a dealer that takes in trade-in machines and they refurbish and clean them up, and then they'll sell them to you. And because they've already been serviced and cleaned up, they are working. They can show you how to use it a lot of times, but you're buying at the used price instead of the new price. So those can be really good deals. Oftentimes a dealership will throw in classes, a warranty, the stabilizer, the threads, things like that. So these can be really good deals. So definitely if you're considering a used machine, go to the dealership and see what they have available. The other option is to buy from a third-party seller who is selling their used machine. Now, this can be a really good deal, or it could be a really risky deal. It depends on where you're buying it from and who you're buying it from. So this really depends on you, and if you're a mechanical person, if you're a good self-learner, then buying a machine from one of these third-party sellers, for example, like a Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist or something like that, you can get good deals. I have found good deals buying that way, but I also knew what I was doing, and I knew that if there were some minor problems with the machine, I would be able to fix it myself. If I didn't have that skill set, I don't think I would be comfortable buying that way. I would rather buy from a dealer or an online seller who is selling new equipment. So that's just you and your comfort level, and there's a little part in your project worksheet where it asks, are you comfortable repairing your own machine? Do you know what you're doing? Are you comfortable wheeling and dealing with a stranger? So those kind of things should be considered when you're looking at where you're going to buy your machine. So we've talked about the different places that you can buy embroidery machines from. Definitely consider your needs and your lifestyle and what works best for you. Again, refer to your project worksheets, and there are some questions in there that will help you determine where you might want to do your shopping.